My people, it be like say get wetin dey happen for Nigeria. Nigeria e be like country wey be say something is left out. May no come be like say I go use the word curse. So now for Nigeria, as Nigeria your big rich, wetin concern Chikwishento with Ferrari agent wey go be say boss and train come jam body. No be only that one. Not be only that one say boss and train come jam body. They don't catch another group of people again with voters card on their possession. Wetin they do with voters card? Like, not be only voters card with other things wey be say they do something like operation. So Mona wash out.
In Nigeria, the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has declared 3 days of mourning after 6 people died in a tragic train accident on Thursday. The train collided with a BRT bus conveying staff of the Lagos State government. The governor, who is seeking re-election in the March 18th governorship election, also suspended his campaign activities over the tragedy. Then, despite global outcry provoked by the conduct of the February 25th presidential election, President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday defended the emergence of President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu as winner of the 2023 presidential election, insisting that he has no plans to annul the controversial election and urged aggrieved candidates to go to court. Coming as the 9th Brigade of the Nigerian Army on Thursday recovered 1,671 permanent voter cards in an apartment in the Olodi-Apapa area of Lagos State. The brigade commander said 3 persons found in the apartment were arrested following a tip-off. However, the prime suspect is still at large. Ballot papers were also found in the apartment, including cutlasses and Indian hemp. Dr. Abati, this is another conversation that everyone's having now. I mean, INEC is saying that they want to appeal the use of TVCs, even though the Electoral Act says you can go and vote with a voter card. I mean, look at 1,671 cards were found in an apartment, although, you know, those cards they said was from 2022. But we've seen cards everywhere, in Anambra, in Lagos, in, you know, the bushes, hunters finding cards. They should allow these people vote with their TVC, with their temporary voter cards. This is my opinion. What is yours?
Okay, I agree with you too, and I'll come to that. But first, let's review the matter determined by the Federal High Court in Abuja by the Court of Justice Obera Eguato. Now, 2 persons had gone to court to say that, look, we were not allowed to vote, but we should be able to vote with our temporary voters' cards. 2 gentlemen. And the court in ruling found in their favor, one Mr. Olusegun and one Mr. Allwell, to the effect that, look, they should be allowed to vote with temporary voters' cards. And this talk about permanent voters' card is not mentioned expressly in the Constitution, nor is it, you know, in any language anywhere relating to the election. What the law mentions in Section 47 is voters' card. Now, INEC now says we will go on appeal. It is also the right of INEC to go on appeal. Yes, the INEC is a creation of the Constitution of the 19th. So because this particular, and his lordship pointed it out, that you can't use this as a precedent, and what he was saying was stating a basic principle that this is a jus in rem, a jus in personam, as opposed to jus in rem. So people should understand that distinction. As for the military, finding voters' cards in apartments in Lagos, they not only found PVCs, they also found marijuana, they found torchlight and all that. So cutlasses. So we are going through an electoral cycle where PVCs have been found in forests by hunters who left hunting for rabbits and stumbled upon PVCs. They've been found in drainage channels. They've been found everywhere. But what we know is that anybody that has made an attempt to get a voter's card, at least you get that temporary slip. And that temporary slip, can lead INEC accordingly. And it may well reduce the problem of disenfranchisement. However, the ruling of that court does not apply to everybody. It is specific because those two persons have gone to court to insist on their rights.
All right. We'll take another story. Author and activist Reno Mockery has accused President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu of rigging the 2023 presidential election intelligently. While in a series of tweets, Reno stated that Tinubu used his conscience in rigging the presidential election by allowing other candidates to have votes during the rigging process. While Mockery, however, described Peter Obi as the rigger-in-chief of the presidential election, adding that he rigged the election unintelligently. Reno further stated that never in the history of Nigeria has any candidate secured 97% of votes like Obi did in some areas of the southeast. Well, in the meantime, Reno Mockery, along with other Nigerians in London, took to the streets to protest against the incompetence of INEC during the presidential election. The demonstration took place on Thursday in front of the Nigerian High Commission. The crowd expressed disappointment over the conduct of the election by the electoral body, stressing that INEC erred by failing to adhere strictly to the electoral guidelines.
We had polling units in Nigeria.
Yes.
Of the polling units in Nigeria, 14,000 of them experienced overvoting. 14,000 experienced overvoting. Accredited voters were about 3.6 million in those 14,000 polling units. And then actual voters, that's the overvoting, was about 4.6. Now, here's what the Electoral Act says. The Electoral Act says that in section 47 sub 3, where people have come to vote, they shall be accredited. The presiding officer shall ensure that they are accredited, right? And then they shall use a device. Where that device is not available, what's going to happen is that the elections in those areas should be cancelled.
Yes.
Elections in those areas should be cancelled, and then they should be held 24 hours time or 48 hours time, depending on what INEC should do. These elections in those areas were upheld. Now, what did INEC do yesterday? INEC postponed the gubernatorial elections because they said, okay, well, they couldn't configure their BVAS machines.
Well, in another